Hi, everyone. Welcome to another AppSheet Training special event. I'm your host, Austin Skidmore, and I'm joined with DeAnna Schlebach, our Director of Training Operations here at Crew Technologies. Today, we're going to be talking about how to access our new course, Leveraging Expressions for Automation. So we're excited to be here with you guys today. DeAnna, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. I was just thinking about how awesome our intro song was.
Yeah.
Just real good.
That's so much fun. Well, we are glad everyone's here joining us on the live stream. Again, we're talking about our new course today, Leveraging Expressions for Automation. And we have another title that we'll announce later on in this event. But before we get started, we wanted to welcome everyone here, where you guys are joining from and what you're excited to learn about. We're specifically talking about expressions today. So if you're excited to learn about some expressions, let us know in the chat. And then we have an icebreaker. So today we're learning about those expressions and how to leverage them for automation. So before we jump into that, DeAnna, what makes AppSheet Training a valuable learning environment and why?
So Austin, I got to tell you, I have been an instructional designer, for several years. And so when I started at Crew, I was able to bring some of that knowledge to the table. And so we've actually built a learning management system from the ground up here. And then the courses have been built based on what makes courses engaging and beneficial to a learner.
Yeah.
But then also the things that we bring to AppSheet training are to make your life easier, to make it where we bring the training to your door, and then to make it where it's not just all Googleable information. It's about experience that our developers have had and what we've seen from all of the different apps we've built in our time of Crew.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, I really love learning on the AppSheet Training platform. I was there when it was being built and, moving from our live courses into now a full LMS of all these different learning experiences that you can have for building automations and no-code applications with AppSheet. So it's really cool to see how it's progressed and evolved since I've been here. And
Yeah.
yeah. So what about you guys in the chat? See some people joining our live stream right now. Say hi and let us know where you're from and what you're building in AppSheet, what you're learning in AppSheet right now. I know one of my favorite things I've been learning about recently, DeAnna, in AppSheet specifically, has been that looping feature. And then on my app that I use here at work all the time, the Crew Marketing app, I was able to add an automation that essentially it's in the early stages of setting up reoccurring events with AppSheet.
Ooh, yeah.
So what's
I,
up? We've got someone joining us in the chat. I think I'll try to pronounce your name. Sorry if I mispronounce it. Yasuri. Nice to see you. Welcome to our live stream. How about you, DeAnna?
Man, we use AppSheet to track hours and project timelines, and so with that, I've been able to quickly receive information about what our teams are doing and how the training builds are going to make sure that we can stay on time. But what's awesome is for a while I was doing the math by hand based on a couple of numbers that were generated.
Yeah.
But through the use of expressions, I've been able to have those figure up mathematically without my brain.
Let's go.
And get me data daily on, hey, the training team was working on this. This is how long it took. All right, what are we going to change or revise to make it more efficient?
Yeah.
So AppSheet has truly made, things like releasing trainings easier and quicker.
Yeah.
So
Sweet.
it's exciting.
That is exciting. You feel like a magician, Like
Yeah,
I
for
always
sure.
tell the guys, I'm like, oh, I feel like I have the no-code magic.
Well, I just remember
Yeah.
in college and, I was a math major in my first degree.
Yeah.
And using Excel and depending on Excel to make sure, okay, the formula is correct. It's
Right.
pulling from the right columns. It's doing these things. And
Hmm.
AppSheet like takes that and it's like, hey, no, you don't need all that. You can just set up this real quick and boom, you have something.
Yeah.
So it's pretty amazing the time saved compared to, 5 years ago for me.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really a movement and really revolutionizing a lot of workplaces, from small businesses to even personal apps, like making a personal app for your budget or whatever you need
Yeah.
for your personal life. I mean,
Well,
there's
and
so
literally
many.
like
Yeah.
you
Mhm.
don't need a computer science degree. Like
Yeah.
I've done coding in one of my masters and like
Mhm.
I can tear up some like HTML or Java and try real hard, but um I don't have to have any of that experience in AppSheet. I can be a citizen developer just like you could, and
Yep.
I don't have the experience I thought I would need for that. And so
Yeah.
it's a beautiful thing.
Sweet. Awesome. Well, we got a bunch of people joining in the chat. Excited to see all of our AppSheet training subscribers joining. We've got Ken, Yasiri, and then Harry Savio says he's working on his transportation app, and he's wondering if expressions will help him kind of move that app to its next phase. So that's awesome.
Yeah, well,
Um,
then we also have Ken saying that he's working on a couple of apps and automations and bots. So, Ken, I'm excited that you're here today to hear what's coming and what we'll be
yeah.
able to help you with. But also, Harry, I just want to let you know we have some AppSheet consulting and those kind of things here at Crew that might be beneficial to you as well that you'll probably hear about today.
Yeah.
Um, so,
Awesome. Well, sweet. It is 10 o'clock. We are super excited to bring you guys this new course and let you see some of the course highlights, the overview, and everything that we have to offer in our new AppSheet training course. So we're going to get started right on time. But for those of you that have just joined with us today, we have a special announcement that we have been waiting to release, and we are excited that today is the day we get to tell the world.
yes.
So before I release it, if I can get some confetti and maybe some drum rolls in the chat, because I'm super pumped and I want you guys to be pumped with us. So if you guys want to throw some confetti in the chat as we get started to build up the momentum for this new announcement. It's a pretty big one, so I want to celebrate with you guys, and I want you guys to be able to be a part of this with us. So who's the first? Let's woo! Ken, thank you, Ken, for the confetti. Can I get some more confetti in the chat? We got one confetti. Who's next?
I
All
think they're
right.
just on pins and needles, Austin.
Yeah,
They're just like
they
ready
want to
for
see
it.
it. Okay.
Let's
All right.
go.
Okay, here we go. All right. So 3, 2, 1. All right. Okay. So welcome to the new AppSheet training. Special announcement that today Crew Technologies is helping advance a generation of citizen developers. Today announces that it has joined the Google Partner Advantage program as a Google Cloud partner, indirect reseller, giving Google Cloud customers the ability to create more efficient processes with no-code technologies like AppSheet. So we have a special announcement from Stefan Quartermont, and he says, being one of the early and active AppSheet partners, it's been amazing to see this platform join the Google Cloud family and add value to an already excellent cloud and collaboration offering. We're excited to keep advancing a generation of citizen developers by helping customers unpack the value Google Cloud has to offer in this space. So that's from Stefan Quartermont, president of Crew Technologies and AppSheet Training. As a Google Cloud partner, Crew Technologies offers customers no-code development services and training. Our key features that we're going to be offering are on-demand trainings, live team and enterprise trainings, solution architecture consulting, custom app development, and support retainers. You can read more about this over at appsheettraining.com/blog. So thank you for celebrating that special announcement with us. We are very excited to be a part of the Partner Advantage program and a Google Cloud partner. All right. So with that said, oh, it looks like somebody said, Ken said he saw that this morning. Woohoo! Yes. So if you visited our website, you can find that on the website as well. So today's agenda, we're going to do a Q&A session with DeAnna. Again, DeAnna's our training director of training operations here at Crew Technologies. And then she's going to walk through the new course release with us, and then we'll have time for a live Q&A with you guys. So as you're listening to all the announcements about the course and what's in it, if you have questions, please feel free to throw them in the chat, and we will field those questions during that live Q&A portion. So without further ado, let's get into our objective. So by the end of this special event, you will learn how AppSheet Training empowers you to create your own customized business process without needing a background in computer science or software development. So let's go ahead and jump into our live Q&A with DeAnna. All right, I'm going to switch our screen real quick, DeAnna. And here we go.
Awesome.
All right. So if you want to give a little introduction, and then we'll get into the Q&A.
So my name's DeAnna. I started with Crew, about 7-8 months ago now. I don't even know. It's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's been 10 months, Austin.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. It's so crazy
good
to think about.
Guys, I don't know about y'all out there, but I have worked a lot of careers in my life, but this one tops. It's the top. But I am a director of training operations here at Crew. My responsibility is managing, designing, and planning all of our AppSheet training, as well as, listening to our customers and checking program updates and all of that so that we can offer what is necessary and efficient for all of you out there. I got to say thank you to Austin for putting this event together. I am really excited to share what we've been working on this month. What's nuts is because of how we've been organizing, we are releasing courses like constantly right now. Mm-hmm. And then for this course that we're going to show you today, I've got to give a shout out to my two developers that carried the load, Justin and Craig. You probably know Justin from the timesheet app on the
Task Tracker app.
Task Tracker app. Yeah. But also Craig is an incredible asset to our team that has really just done incredibly with this course. So you'll probably meet them if you ever use our development retainer packages. But yeah, those two guys are the reason that we are getting to show you this today. So it's incredible to work with the team we have here at Crew. Mm-hmm. And I'm excited. So thank you, Austin.
Yes. All right. Well, we are excited to hear about this course, DeAnna, and all it has to offer. And I've gotten to see bits and pieces of it, so I'm excited to hear more of the details from you today. So let's get started on what makes AppSheet. Oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry, guys. Why are expressions an essential part of building automations in AppSheet?
I was telling you earlier about the icebreaker, using expressions to actually help with my project management, because what I was used to doing by hand, I was able to leverage expressions to take the load off of me. Mm-hmm. So that kind of carried the whole thought of this training, as well as last month with the logic and expressions course. So this course is really diving into the fact that expressions are used all over AppSheet, whether through user experience or automation or just making things customizable to what you're actually needing to fit your business automation, your business processes. Mm-hmm. The key for us was that I wanted the experience of the developers to shine through. So I didn't want to just say, this is the select expression and here's how you use it. Mm-hmm. I wanted to say, this is the select expression. These are when you shouldn't use it, or these are when you should use it, or these are things to consider when applying it. And so we really dive deep into, when am I using it? Is it productive? Putting something in place all because it's brand new and great is not always beneficial to learning. And so, the best way I thought about it was, I bought a house last year, Austin, and I am not married. So I had to learn how to use a drill. And knowing when I should just use a screwdriver versus when I should use a drill. An
Right.
AppSheet expression is pulling out a drill.
Yeah.
Okay. I could ease my way into something with a screwdriver, sure. But
Mhm.
that drill will drill straight through that wall. And it's just
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah. It's going to get the job done.
So yeah, the goal is that, and what you'll see in this course is you'll start with an app. You'll
Mhm.
start with an app and it'll work. It'll do its job.
Mhm.
But then we'll take expressions and we will empower that app to do incredible things that it wasn't doing before. And it's
Yeah.
all through learning expressions and the context of when and how to use them. So
Very cool. So it sounds like there's a lot of hands-on learning in this course.
for sure.
Sweet.
There are 6 labs, and I'm actually going to show y'all some of those today, but 6 different labs where we are incorporating a lot of different expressions.
Yeah.
That way, everyone that does our course and leaves will finish an entire app with all kinds of things in it.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. So speaking of like what's inside the course and all the expressions that people are going to get to use and understand really how they fit in, who would you say this course is for, and why it's a part of learning in AppSheet?
So this course it's an advanced course for sure. So you're going to need to know some of the basics of AppSheet. You're going to need to have an understanding of those fundamentals to how do I build an app? How do I organize data?
Mm-hmm.
How do I create table relations and references and all of that? But that being said, with the pro subscription, you have access to our entire course library.
Right.
So if I were you starting brand new with AppSheet, I would say, hey, take our AppSheet Essentials, take our logic and expressions, and then pop right over here to this one, and you'll be set. But yeah, you're going to need some basic knowledge, but our courses do a really good job of building on each other, and most of them are short, concise, and quick so that you can experience more with AppSheet rather than just intake information.
Nice. All right. So then our next question we have is, what are the different types of learning experiences people can expect from this course?
So, in our last special event, Austin, I was talking about how no one learns the same. We know how people learn impactfully, but no one learns the same way. And so I have built our courses to be just that.
Mm-hmm.
So when you enter our course, you won't just have videos, because I know when you just hear information, you only retain about 10%. What you see, you maintain about 30%. What you see, hear, and do, you maintain like 50 to 80%, depending on how it's presented.
Wow.
And so our courses have hands-on labs.
Yeah.
They have written material. They have printable PDFs. They have advice from developers in spotlights, in the chunking of content, in the way we order content, and it tiers on top of each other, so that every experience to concrete that information in your brain is built within our courses.
Right.
So
that's awesome. Yeah, because a lot of times when I'm learning something new, I need to try it out in order to generalize that skill.
Yeah.
And it really sounds like these courses are hitting that component of learning, which is really awesome to see. So with that, we also have that certification that we're preparing our students for, right?
Yeah.
So how does this course tie into that certification?
So this course was one of the ones that helped build that certification. We wanted a certification, because this is now a Google Cloud product. So there are all kinds of Google certifications, but there's not an AppSheet one like this currently on the market. And so we built our business creator application, business creator certification. Yeah. Have been developing a lot of courses this week, Austin. My brain is bouncing.
Worries. Yeah.
But I didn't want to create a certification that didn't have meaning. And so we've made this certification so that when you earn it, I can truly sign off on these people have understood and can implement these elements of AppSheet successfully in any business. So we've made a website page in full detail that you could share with supervisors or future employers. We've made a certificate. We've made a badge so that you can put it on LinkedIn, resumes, all of that. Yeah. We've researched what certifications look like when they're presented and how people take them based on like what color choice did we choose, what font did we choose. So this certification like will look incredible, and it's research based, but not only that, it is up to date with the current things of AppSheet. And so when you certify in that, you truly can walk into a room and be confident in your expertise of AppSheet.
Right. Yeah. And there's people that are taking these certifications and then using it to land more deals and show to clients that they're certified as an AppSheet creator. And so this movement of no code and AppSheet development is starting now. And one of the biggest things when you're starting a new business or in your business success is timing. And so being up to date with the latest in technology and no code, I mean, this is where business is moving. So for you guys, we're trying to get you guys ahead of the game and make sure you have all of the resources and materials that you need for business success.
For sure.
All right. So what is going to separate these trainings from free content on Google and YouTube?
Man, I don't know if y'all have ever researched the learning that's possible on YouTube or how much of the world learns on YouTube, but it's nuts. But in thinking of that, I got to tell you, our training, like what we do at the start of every build is I pull our developers in and I say, hey, what content do our people need to know that is not Googleable? So I can pull up AppSheet documentation all day long and I can tell you definitions and I can give you all the details of the syntax of an expression, but I cannot tell you when I should use this row and it not slow down my app. Or I cannot tell you when I need a select expression. And I cannot tell you when I need just an aggregate function compared to another type. Like, I can't just do that through Googling. And so what we've done is we've said, okay, with that, where do we go from here in this course? So yes, we're going to teach you how to apply knowledge, but we're also going to teach you how that applies to experiences. Our developers work 30 plus hours a week on different apps. Like the amount of customers and the amount of people we build for is insane. And so the amount of hands-on experience I want to share. Like if y'all are going to pay us for training, we want to provide that. And so these courses, number one, are not available out there right now, not in the way we've done them. But also they, like this course specifically gives a deep dive on the use and efficiency of the expressions we're teaching. So it's pretty crazy. It's incredible.
That's awesome. Yeah. I think a lot of what's available in free content, is the quick how-to tutorials, and you can get some experiential learning from free content, right? But I like how you said that it's the developers that are working on 30 plus hour projects every week. And they know what expressions go where, how to build them out, and then thinking outside the box of what a typical expression might be used for. And so you start to see like, oh, I can use a count expression to do this operation. And so you're taking the problem, the business problem that you have, and you're solving it with an expression that's dynamic. And so you don't have to use static values anymore. You can actually update your data live with AppSheet expressions, which is really.
And then I just want to real quick in the chat, Austin, Ken said, hey, hopefully I cannot fail abysmally the first go through. The certification is not easy, but I gotta say it comes with the pro subscription. So you can take it till you pass it. And it's, it's a great experience. We also give answer rationales. So if you miss questions, it's going to tell you like some details of how you can study for the next one. So you're not just taking a test, flunking it, and not knowing how to proceed. We have built this based on the best ways to build assessments based on research. So, just wanted to put that out there. It's something I didn't say earlier. Anyway.
That's great. Awesome. I've taken the test a couple times, so it's definitely one that you want to make sure that you're practicing for and looking through all the materials. All right, so before we move on to the course release, what are some other new courses in the pipeline?
Man, I'm so excited about these two. So in July, we are releasing a course on automation that will cover bots from planning to implementation. And I actually was just working on that yesterday because talking with our developers, I was like, this needs to be rich. Like, for instance, why do we say automation and then immediately switch to the word bot in our documentation? What does that mean? What is that transition? And then when do I plug in this event, and what is the best way to notify based on the thing I'm needing? And so we're going to be working through that course to say like, hey, do you need to generate a PDF? Okay, well, here's the best way to set that up. Do you need to notify some people about this thing? Okay, well, this is the way I would notify them based on this need. And so we actually are working on that right now, and it is so great so far. So that will be released in July.
Nice.
Justin's building that one. Super excited.
Sweet.
There's a course coming in August that will blow all of your minds, because what was just going to be document generation, we said, you know what? No. So we're going to teach you about dynamic emails. We're going to teach you about document generation, and we're going to teach you about the Google Calendar integration of those things so that you can literally take your AppSheet app that is great and then push it out in different ways. So the number one experience with that right now is that I actually help Austin with some of the marketing through editing, and he actually manages my entire calendar for that and project load through dynamic email. It's incredible. Saves me time, keeps me out of things I don't need, and I am able to access what I need, how I need it quickly. So I'm building a course about it because you got to know. And then lastly, we have our entire course calendar planned through 2022. So I would love to hear in the chat if you have an interest of something you want to learn in AppSheet that maybe we don't have yet. I'd like for you to throw it in the chat, because I want to see if the things we've planned matches the need of our people. So we have 16 people viewing this. So I would like 16 people to tell me, what do you want to learn?
Yeah. Sweet. I'm excited to see what people want to learn. Yeah, I really love the dynamic emails. Something I mentioned to them when they brought this idea up to me was, what do you like about dynamic emails so much? And for me, that's what taught me how to build automations in AppSheet, because I didn't have to worry about Google Docs. I didn't have to worry about the email body or making, any external thing. I could stay within the AppSheet interface and build a view and send that view all within AppSheet. And so it was just a more visual way of creating notifications that made sense to me. So that was what I was really excited about when we started talking about dynamic emails.
Yeah. I see that advanced expression creation. This will be in the training we're releasing today.
Awesome,
Sweet. Jeremy. I see that, and I am actually working on that too. So that's good. All right. Well, Austin, I am tired of waiting because we have worked hard on that course. So can we just get this party started?
Let's go. It's all you, DeAnna.
All right. Well, I'm going to push some buttons, hopefully.
Yeah. So you want to share your screen? There you go. Sweet.
Guys, I am a Mac user, and these guys have hooked me up with a mouse that is not mine. And so I'm not really sure what's going to happen here, but
we'll get there.
It's just happening. Y'all just saw a sneak peek because, again, I don't know what I'm doing. So we're going to release a new course today. We're going to release a new course next month. And guys, I got to tell you a secret. Okay. We're releasing that next course on Austin's birthday. Ooh. So there's going to have to be an extra little party there. I might make him a cake, or at least buy one at the store. It's going to be good. So ice cream at 10 a.m. in Texas sounds like a thing. Yeah. All right. So this new course is called Advanced Logic and Expressions in AppSheet. In this course, we are covering things like list and aggregates, select expression in detail, deep links, dereferences, template expressions, and so much more. Like it's just, I'm just so excited. Let me give you an even deeper dive. So these are our 3 modules. Within those 3 modules, we're going to teach you what is a list, what is an aggregate, what are the different capabilities within those. How do I return values from a list? How do I manipulate a list? How can I use a select expression to travel between tables? How can I get a bot condition set up? And then I'm going to go into module 2 and I'm going to hit, what is a deep link? What is a dereference? How do I use this row in detail? Like, what are the capabilities of this row? And then this one I am most excited about. Justin walked into our training development meeting and he said, hey, listen, updating a parent table from a child table is essential, and we don't really teach it anywhere in our content. And the documentation is not that great. And I was like, okay, what do we do about it? He goes, we need a lab on it. We need a module on it. We need all of this. And I said, okay. And he goes, are you going to write that? And I said, no, you are. So Justin has written all of that. I kind of stressed him out a little bit because he was like, oh, I just signed up for that. But he wrote it and it is so good. Like so good. And then we're going to end our thing with a little, thing about templates. So what are the different type of expressions in a template? How do I use start and end expressions and create a good user experience in the design of all of that? And then how do I use that template if? So this course is going to dive into the start of what an expression can do to the end of what an expression could do incredibly. So yeah.
I'm excited.
All right. So the next thing I want to show you is actually one of the, the app. So today, if you stay till the end, we're going to give you this app. I'm going to tell you, though, it doesn't have all the bells and whistles. To get the bells and whistles of this app, to see all the problems solved that maybe are inefficient, to see what's possible when there's not necessarily all of that in here, you got to do the training. So I'm going to tell you, when you get this app today, you can copy it, you can customize it, you can make it your own. But if you participate in our training, we're going to take it and we're going to say, hey, you see this screen right here? You see how all those times are just listed? And it really doesn't impact my life. It doesn't really tell me anything advantageous. But in that training, I'm going to say, but here's how to make it better. Here's a problem that we see that we need to fix. So we're going to look at, how do we structure that data? What are some custom views I can create with expressions? What are some custom actions that can happen from expressions? How can I make some payroll automation through expressions and not need to worry about it as a supervisor who's very busy? All of that's going to be discussed. Here's some lab examples. I'm going to show you these. Austin at the beginning of this was like, hey, DeAnna, let's show them our labs. And I was like, no, they are a secret. And he said, DeAnna, let's show them. And I'm like, no. So he won. He threatened me with no ice cream. It was traumatizing. But
she did have snow cones on her calendar.
I did. I'm just trying to keep life fun. Anyway, so this is one of the first labs. And what we say is, hey, there are some problems in this app. Here's a couple of the problems. We have formulas that are needed to complete the functionality of the summary table. Because right now the summary table does not give me a powerful summary. It just gives me a summary. And then I needed to create a guided user experience so that when Austin walks in and forgets that he's already clocked in, he can't clock in again, because then it's going to mess up my payroll. And so we need to fix that. So we're going to fix that through some expressions. And then we set some goals. Guys, these goals are directly aligned to the training that you've learned in the module before. So we have worked to say, hey, in this module, you're going to be able to do this, this, and this. And when you leave this module, you're going to show that you can do those things with these things. So like by the end of that module, you're going to know and use the select and max row functions to set context and to clean up the app. You're going to know how to create and run aggregate functions. You're going to know how to use functions to create lists that are beneficial to you. All of those things will be done. I then have this lab. I told you a little bit about it already. So, hey, the time card app needs a way to automatically update. So I create a project. I need to update that so that they can clock into that project. So to do that, I'm going to need to pull data from my child table to that parent table. And so I'm going to use this row. I'm going to use max row and list. I'm going to use all of those things to make that happen. But not only that, this is telling you that, hey, within that module before it, you're learning about parent and child tables. You're learning about this row. You're learning about the capabilities of max row. All of that is being taught so that you're not wondering and you're not needing to Google. Not only that, I'm going to tell you, we made a handout for this row that is incredible, that will be so beneficial to you, that you can print and keep with you and go, okay, this is doing this action. Here's an example of live time. Here are some uses of what I can do. Austin, are you excited?
I'm excited. So one of the cool things about online learning and trainings that I really love, especially like with these courses, is if you're a beginner in AppSheet or a beginner in no code in general, even if you start with this course, you're going to learn concepts that you can then go and find more information about. So if you're searching, how do I do this in AppSheet, then you now know the language to use to even have terms to search for. So even though these courses are not Googleable, right, you're going to learn valuable information to even begin to articulate what you're trying to learn about.
Well, and not only that, Austin, our courses are somewhat evergreen. And
Right.
I don't know if y'all know that term, but we don't just release a course and wipe our hands of it. Like, we are in them. We are editing. We are updating if there's updates in AppSheet. They are not sitting there as old.
Right.
Like, I have assigned people on my team that are checking that work to make sure, is this course still up to date? Is this still quality? Is this still what we need it to be?
Right.
So there are some courses on our platform that are being updated right now and being, used. And this is the same kind of thing. Like, we are checking and in AppSheet daily. So when I tell you that the people building these trainings are also in development project 30 plus hours a week, like, we can sign off that, hey, what we are handing you is essential and valuable to right now in your building. Because I don't know about y'all, but technology moves real quick. I mean, I don't know about you, Austin, but I used to have dial-up internet, and there was a sound it made that was traumatizing. And I still remember it. Like, so I remember MySpace and putting my music on my page. Like, we don't want a MySpace of AppSheet training. We want the new and improved. So, all right, I'm gonna keep going. I'm getting off on a tailspin here. So this is actually one of the last labs in this course. I'm only showing you 3 today. I told Austin, no, I'm not showing any. So today I'm being kind. I'm showing you 3. But we needed this app to send a report to our admin at the end of each week. We needed it to show for individual employees, hey, what did the employee do? How much time did they spend? This is something we use at Crew, because I'm looking at our projects and making sure, are we working efficiently? Do our guys need different things? Do we need to be supporting them in different ways? What is needed to make work enjoyable and efficient? And so this lab actually creates a report like that to be able to analyze how's it going. Not only that, you get a blank template as a starting point, which means you can leave our training and use this template on any app. And you can put it in and you already have a starting place for yourself. So this will dive into that entire last module. It's a long lab, but it's incredible from start to finish what you learn and the different pieces that you dive into during it. So are we ready?
I'm ready, DeAnna. I was just going to say, as you're working on getting over there, the templates in AppSheet is just a game changer because you're then able to incorporate very critical business processes into an app and sending emails, automating workflows. And when you understand how to build out these templates, it just makes your workflows that you're usually doing manually every day so much quicker because you're like, oh, I've already got it scheduled on an AppSheet bot. And so.
Look at how exciting this is, Austin.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Yeah.
There it is.
Do you remember that certification I went and grabbed because it was stressful?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. DeAnna is a huge part of this Google Cloud partner that we were able to get from joining the Partner Advantage program. She took that. What certification was it, DeAnna?
It was a Google Collaboration Engineer cert that
Yeah.
Ben and I did. Um, so I guess I want to speak to that and just say our people are also doing professional development. So our people are growing in their careers as well to
Mm-hmm.
better serve our customers. Uh,
Yes.
so I too was sitting there learning all the jargon for uh, Google Workspace, which was hilarious. I came from education, so I worked in K-12 and then I worked in higher ed, and so I felt like my number of acronyms that I knew was like at its max.
Yeah.
I did this certification and I was like, wow, I'm learning SPF. I'm learning
Yeah. There's so many
so
more acronyms.
yeah. But yeah, this is incredible to see on our page. We've worked hard for
Yeah.
that. So that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The training. So the pro subscription, first of all, you get 7 days free. I'm just going to give them that little tidbit, Austin. Sorry.
Yeah, that's great. They
Because
need to know. They need
they
to
need to
know.
try it and it's
Mm-hmm.
free to try.
Yeah.
So, but this is our new course. So last month we released logic and expressions. This month we've got this. I want to show you the detail page because it's a big deal. We have designed the course so that you know exactly what you're getting out of each course. I do not want people entering our courses and wondering, is this the course I need for today? No,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to answer that question before you ever click in it. So I'm going to tell you what we're doing in the course and then each of the objectives. So you're going to learn how to utilize list. You're going to learn how to imply expressions for the user experience. You're going to learn how to relate tables to each other. You're going to learn how to construct documents, manipulate list, explain context, which is massive in expressions. Like all of those here will tell you where you're heading.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll see a list to the side that actually lays out our modules for you. These are all the pages that are being taught within this course. And then all of the labs. So you're seeing what you're doing in each of these courses before you ever get into them. All right.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Can you
You
show
ready?
it? I'm ready.
Yeah.
Here we go. Y'all are getting a sneak peek.
There's always that pressure, when you're watching a page load and you're on a live thing. It's kind of stressful.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of makes your heart beat kind of fast, and
It's just loading all the training greatness.
Man, it's a lot. So this is our welcome page. We walk you through what it is. We walk you through who we are. It's a big deal that you know who we are.
Mm-hmm.
This button was added this month, actually. And I want you to know this button, when you click it, it goes straight to my inbox. So if there are any questions, if there is any feedback, if there are any concerns, all of that can go straight to me, and I am making the changes immediately. So please feel free to click that button and reach out to me. That's the quickest way to get to me. And yeah, we want to hear your feedback. We have built this from the ground up, and nothing is ever perfect. And so if you have any feedback for us or need any help, there's the button for you. Every course has a detailed set of objectives, and we build our courses based on what they say. So here, when you leave us, you'll be able to explain this and apply expressions. So you're not going to just be able to define something. You're going to be able to use it and understand why you use it. We then go into each of the modules. Each module will tell you, hey, in this module, these are the things you're going to accomplish. This is where we're heading. We then go to our pages. I don't want to show you that one. I want to leave that one a mystery for you. All of our images you can click and make larger so you can see exactly what it looks like in our apps. You can also see developer notes, definitions, step-by-steps. You can go in detail of what ways can you manipulate lists, what things are used, what does it mean for ascending and descending? How do I go from this and this? I can go into aggregate functions and say, what is an aggregate function? Like, it sounds like a really fancy word. What does it do? Oh, here's another picture that walks you through an example that we would use in the real world for our businesses. We warn you about, hey, in AppSheet, you may see this, and here's what it means. Like, so don't be confused. And then this, hey, you want to prepare for that certification? Here are questions that were built kind of like it, and ways that you can check your understanding of the stuff taught within our pages. Our labs. I'm not going to show you that one because that one, you've already seen one. So let me just show you this one. Every lab has a downloadable PDF of that lab. So you want to keep it and you want to use it for later. There it is. You can click that button and download it. Mm-hmm. We have these fun little AppSheet training characters just in case you want to see how cute it is. Like, look at her. We have a framework. We're telling you what are the things you need to know? What are the problems within that lab? What are the goals of this lab? And then you're seeing step by step. How do I do it? How does it look in the app when I make changes?
I think this part right here is so key. This is something that you could not get on YouTube or just searching on Google. This is hands-on learning of generalizing a skill within one app and then moving it over into your apps. So
yeah,
that's really cool.
I've taken, there's one other AppSheet training, or there's one other training on AppSheet out there on Coursera, and I've taken it. I'm going to tell you, Austin, I can confidently say what we've provided is stronger. Like,
yeah, I mean, we have six courses now covering all the way from the basics, the essential skills that you need to develop on AppSheet to advanced expressions. I mean, this is the whole, concept of being a no-code developer in one training platform that's all packaged and ready to go for you guys.
So, and then the other thing that every lab has, which is huge, is the ability to watch one of our developers talk you through a lab from start to finish. Hey, this is a concern we had. This is how we troubleshooted it. This is how we solved it. Here are all the steps to do to make that happen, so that when you leave us, we can sign off that you have an app that is fully functioning the way we intended when we began the training. So those lab walkthroughs are there for you. And then we just keep going. Like, it's incredible. Austin, would you like a sneak peek of that This Row handout?
I would like a sneak peek of the This Row handout.
Okay. I mean, I'll give it to you. It's okay.
This row.
Oh, no. Where is it?
Oh, no.
Well, Austin,
I don't get the sneak peek today.
You don't get the sneak peek. But everybody's going to get the sneak peek as soon as I load it in today, because somehow I missed it. So all of you, just pretend like it's there. Yep, I did that. Well, guys.
How about that?
This is why we have a help button. What about what?
The template lab? Or you didn't want to show that one yet?
All right, I can show that one.
Okay. Since we didn't get to This Row, we'll show you guys a little sneak peek.
But do know I'm going to load that This Row handout in there today. So it'll be there today. So this blank template is right here. So when you pull it up, you'll get a PDF of it. Or actually, I think it's in Google Docs, and it will be completely editable by you. You can download it. All of it's there just by clicking this button, and you're ready to go. And then here's the lab. So you're working through that. You're filling it in step by step with the expressions necessary. You're hearing why we're doing certain things and what our thoughts were. And then you're seeing a finished result that you can download as well as that lab through walkthrough. Yeah. So,
guys, if you want a template, a template for a template, this template is so valuable. Don't miss out on this document generation template. Whenever I'm creating a new automation that needs a document, I'm referring to this template to make sure that I've got the tables that I want to select and I'm using the right syntax for my start expression, my end expressions. I'm using this template to make sure that my templates work well and that they're using best practices when building out my automations. So,
well, and I just want to do a little plug. That training we're releasing in August, we're actually building an entire module on best practices of design. So, which is not something we've ever taught before, but it is something customers have asked. And so they're wanting like, what color should we use? What font should we use? What's the best way to design tables on those templates so that when it like goes to the next page, it doesn't look disconnected. Like there's not weird page breaks. So we're actually building a whole module on that for our August training, which will be incredible.
Sweet.
And then just to comment real quick, Ken, I agree with you, bud. I also did that training and felt like, I was like, man, we taught this, this, and this, and this training. And they're talking about trainings that are coming, and we already have those built too. And so, not to discredit the stuff that's there, but it's, I can tell our developers are bringing a lot to the table because we've been spot on with what has been asked of it. And so,
sweet. Well, I'm ready to get to some live Q&A, DeAnna. We've had a lot of questions come in as we've been talking about this new course and what people are working on. So if you want to answer a few of these questions, you're good just like that. And we'll just throw it up here on the screen. So I saw a few questions come in. We'll start with a statement actually from Flex Business Solutions. He says, yes, free version is great for learning and testing and feedback. And so I think what he's referring to here is our quick reference guide. So because all of you are here today, in the description below, you can find that quick reference guide that links you to this timesheet app that's in our new course release. So if you would like to get access to that and see what all you're going to have in your timesheet app, you can go ahead and download that. It's in the description below.
Yeah, but please know it does not have the bells and whistles, and there are a few places in that app that need that attention of those expressions. So if you find yourself getting frustrated with it, it was built a little bit for that frustration piece. So keep that in mind. The training that handles it is this one.
Yes. Awesome. Okay. And then we have Yasiri. He said, I'm new to AppSheet and I'm still using the free version. So what would you recommend to help him on his learning journey? What course should he start with?
Hey, new to AppSheet is awesome. I also was new to AppSheet when I started building like the training with our developers, which might concern y'all. Don't be concerned. But our AppSheet Essentials course and then our Logic and Expressions course would give you a foundation of AppSheet where you learn from idea to deployment how to deal with AppSheet in your application. And so, again, AppSheet Essentials and the Logic and Expressions courses will both be those basic courses for you to learn those fundamentals to be able to run. There's also AppSheet in the fast lane. So let's say you're like, I really want to be able to build a course by the end of the weekend. Well, it's Friday. So that's a little bit of a big task, but AppSheet in the fast lane was built for idea to deployment of building an application from start to finish. And you learn like pieces in the midst of building. You do not learn in detail like you do for AppSheet Essentials, but it would allow you to like build an app from start to finish in I think about 6 hours time, I think is what it took me.
Okay.
Just because you do it from
and if
idea
you're
to template.
And if you're a beginner and you, after taking that course, you feel like a superhero. Because you've built your first app and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I can do this.
That course, I love it because it's about like a vehicle inspection, but you build so many things that your brain is thinking, oh, this could be used like this, and this could be used for this. Like I was a teacher by trade forever, and I walked away with going, I could have done this in my classroom and saved all of this time, and none of my kids were driving cars. So I'm just saying there's a lot to that course that might benefit you. To answer Tommy's question, yes, that course is available already. It's in the library. The pro subscription is $39 a month.
So we're about to get into that. I thought that was a great segue into
and I'm over here giving away information, Austin.
Oh, you're doing great, DeAnna. So this course is available, and we are going to move into all the information about that if you guys are ready. So if you want to learn more, let me know in the chat, and we will start that portion of it. I'm going to do a quick review of what we discussed today. So we had start out with a Q&A with DeAnna. Then she released the brand new course, and it was really awesome to see all the features, all the bells and whistles that are included in that course. I'm excited to get into that course and to see what it all offers for AppSheet development and all the nuances within there. And then we had live Q&A where we answered some of y'all's specific questions. And then we have Tommy asking, is this course available already? And then how much does it cost? So if you're ready to learn about that, stick around. Let me know in the chat. Yes, I'm ready to learn about how to get started with AppSheet training. Just pop it in the chat and we'll be on here to answer those questions. But I would like to know first if you would like to learn more before moving on. And so I'll wait for you guys. And just want to thank DeAnna for coming on today. It was great to have you. Did you have any other thoughts for people before we move into this portion of the special event?
I am responding to Flex Business Solutions real quick, just to he's having trouble with Safari, and so please use that need help button in that LMS. We want your experience to be great, and so if you have questions, drop it in there. It goes to my inbox and we'll get that resolution for you.
Yes. Sweet. All right. So like I said, if you're interested in learning more about this course and how you can get the full power of AppSheet, then throw it in the chat. Yes, I'm ready to learn more, and we can get moving and I can share with you guys. What's up, DJ? He says, hey guys. And then Jeremy said, I bring a mechanics mindset in terms of adaptability to unknown situations and gathering data in the sense I would be diagnosing, which really helps me in the long run to understand and visualize. Yeah, so that's a really cool point, Jeremy. And me and Jeremy have talked before, and one of the things that I really like about what he brings to the table with no-code development is that he is a true citizen developer where he's coming from the mechanic background, and then he's able to develop these really robust AppSheet applications that are revolutionizing his auto industry. And so it's really cool to see him taking our trainings and using our free content as well to help him build just a really cool AppSheet app. And a sneak peek for the future, you might be hearing from Jeremy later. So shout out to Jeremy. All right. So it looks like some people are ready to move forward to learn more. Still waiting on some yeses in the chat. So if you want to learn more, make sure you put that yes in the chat. Oh, the Data Studio integration. Very cool. I use Data Studio on a weekly basis, and I can confidently say the combination of data visualization and no-code technologies is just like the perfect combination. That's peanut butter and jelly right there. You cannot have one or the other. You need to have both. All right, DJ Flex says yes. Notorious George says yes. All right, we are ready to rock and roll. So let's get started with how to get involved with AppSheet training. All right, so how it works is you're going to be able to sign up for free. You're joining a community that's growing to over 4,000 subscribers. So don't miss this wave. This wave of no-code technology and the no-code movement is growing, and we want you to be a part of it, and we want to help you get kickstarted so that way you can build the automations and leverage all the tools necessary for building on AppSheet. After that, you're going to explore with tools like the AppSheet Toolbox. This integrates into your AppSheet apps and helps you build out those advanced expressions. And you can see demos of that in our webinars that we have every month. And then we'll have those learning paths. So you can access the leading training materials for building on AppSheet. So this is designed by DeAnna, and she's working with our developers that are working with clients all around the world. So you're getting insider information on best practices for building on the AppSheet platform. Don't miss this, guys. This is huge technology that's about to revolutionize multiple industries. So if you're not using this technology right now, you're going to be, still using paper. You need to move forward and move ahead and get started on learning how to use this technology so you can stay ahead of the game, land more deals, and get more clients. So our first offering is our community subscription. And what you have when you subscribe to the community is you're going to have access to that AppSheet toolbox. We have our webinars and our blogs and articles. You also have access to the AppSheet IQ. It's free to sign up. You're joining a growing community, get to explore some cool tools and some other resources as well. So that one is free to sign up. The next tier that we have is our professional subscription that you can see here. So with this subscription, you're going to get everything in community. You have that fully immersive learning environment. New courses are added monthly. So you're seeing us post these new courses every month. We're having those special events. We're going to stay true to our word and give you guys what we are building every month. And then we have that AppSheet certification. Plus, you're getting 15% off consulting. So if you want to work one-on-one with one of our developers, there's a way for you to do that. So if you subscribe today, you get that 7-day free trial, giving you access to our whole training library, everything in community, and new courses added monthly. And then you get to participate in that AppSheet certification so you can show future employers or your employer that you are a citizen developer, a business application creator, and be up to date with best practices on the leading no-code platform for business automation, which is AppSheet. So what are you going to get? You're going to get all of these courses, and this is just our training content, right? So there's even more that you get with your pro subscription, but I wanted to show you guys at a high level what courses you're going to have access to as soon as you click subscribe on AppSheet training. You're going to get that AppSheet development in the fast lane. This course is going to help you jumpstart your AppSheet development learning journey. You're going to build an app from start to finish. And then next, you're going to have the document generation in AppSheet. So you want to learn how to build documents to send and receive using AppSheet. This course is for you. Next course, we have UX design in AppSheet. And then we move over to our AppSheet Essentials Bootcamp. So this is like the fast lane, but a fully extensive bootcamp course. So this is an on-demand course that you can take at any time. And then we move into our expressions course and then advanced expressions. All of this, we could sell it for $79 each or $99 each, bringing that total value to about $1,174. But we wanted to make sure that you got the materials that you need because we really, truly care about this no-code movement and giving you the materials that you need to be successful for building on this awesome platform. We want this information available to everyone so this movement can continue growing, and we want you guys to be a part of it. So let's keep moving on. Let's look at some of the details of your pro subscription. Your certification. When you take the certification, it's about 90 minutes in length, and you can export it to LinkedIn once you pass, and 80% is passing. And then you're going to become a leader in business automation. Again, the total value for this certification is about $39. But with your pro subscription, it's going to be included with that. So make sure to go ahead and go through the trainings, and then you can try out this certification. And then also, as mentioned, we have AppSheet consultants. So we're going to help move your business goals forward quickly and efficiently with one-on-one consulting. And I'll show you a review from one of our clients here in just a minute that's receiving consulting from us currently. So this is a one-on-one service, 1-hour sessions, and we're going to help you build your app with a professional app developer. All right. So what's included in the course that we talked about today? You're getting those 3 advanced learning modules, custom app template, customized Google Doc template, labs, PDF downloads, and so much more. That's a total value of over $249. Don't miss this opportunity, guys. This is such a great training paired with all of the other courses. So if you're looking to break into the no-code space or just even to automate some work workflows that you're currently working on, this training is for you, right? If you're using AppSheet, if you're wanting to learn the nuances of expressions, this course is for you. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Again, we could charge $249, but I'll show you the price in just a minute. And I'm sure some of you guys that have stuck around have heard that price. So here's one of our clients, Ed Constantine. He said he's learning by doing, building an essential set of 12 apps with my own hands. I have scheduled 2-hour coaching sessions with Craig. Shout out Craig, woohoo! Twice a week, where I share on screen on Google Meet, and I work on things I need help with. This fits my mode of learning perfectly, and I'm making great progress. Ed also went on to say that the no-code movement is one of the most exciting things that he's seen in software development in a long time. So again, we are super excited about this no-code movement and where it's taking businesses from small to large to enterprise, right? If you want to stay ahead of the game, getting into this space and learning how to use these tools is essential to moving your business goals forward. And Ed is doing that with his consulting time with Craig. Okay, so let's kind of bring it all together. All of this in our pro subscription, you're going to get everything in community, immersive learning experience, new courses added monthly, AppSheet certification, 15% off consulting. That's a total value of over $1,000. You can subscribe today and try it out for free, no questions asked. It's going to give you everything that you need to kickstart your journey into learning AppSheet and to learn from professional AppSheet developers. So with all of that said, you can subscribe over at appsheettraining.com, and it's only $39 a month. And then you can schedule a free tech talk with Kale, and we'll get you started on consulting. And then you're going to want to save that date for our inventory app. So that will be our next webinar on June 16th at 10 a.m. And then I have a few minutes for questions, so I'm going to go ahead and start our timer. But make sure you go over and subscribe. Please, guys, we want you to have this course. It's very valuable information, and we promise it's going to give you what you need to be successful when you're building on AppSheet. So I do have a few questions loaded in here, but if you guys have any questions in the chat, please feel free. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So first of all, Harry, I responded to you, bud, but if you need consulting or you're interested in any of that, you can sign up for a tech talk for the future or for like as soon as Monday. Like there are all kinds of appointment options for you because we have a guy solely for that purpose. So if you need that, the links are there, or they're also available just on the front page of our website. And then Austin, you said something earlier that I thought was great. When you do the pro subscription, you can bounce between courses. You don't have to sign up and complete one in a certain time. You can just bounce between them. So we made sure in our trainings to say, hey, if you're struggling with this part, head on over to this module of this training and it will help you. So that learning experience can be driven by you. You can go in and do module 2 and skip module 1. But with that pro, you get access to everything wide open. So just wanted to say that. Awesome.
Yeah. And Harry, also want to mention that to sign up for Kale's Tech Talks, you can just click the link in the description. So I've linked it up there. And then you can book a time on his Calendly link. And that's in the YouTube description below. And yeah, like DeAnna said, any course that you're like, hey, I need help with expressions, or I need help with document generation, you don't have to start in AppSheet Essentials to, because you've purchased the pro subscription. You can start with any course. So that's really cool that we're able to offer the whole, suite of trainings, right? And that's why we've moved into that subscription model, because we want to make sure we've given you guys everything you need to be successful with learning on AppSheet. All right, so the first question I have on here is, which course should I start with? And I think, like DeAnna mentioned earlier, if you want that quick win, you're going to want to jump into the Fastlane course, right? Because it's going to walk you through an app from start to finish. And then if you want like the fully immersive experience of how to build an app like a developer would build an app, that AppSheet Essentials Bootcamp is your course to take, because you're going to learn all the ins and outs, get all the bells and whistles of that app. And the cool thing about both of those trainings is you get template apps. And guys, it's a free trial. You don't have anything to lose. Just get in there, start learning, start building, and start using all the resources that are available to you. You don't have anything to lose, but a lot to gain, right? So let's see. Annual subscription? Yes, we do have an annual subscription. So Tommy, if you want to head over to AppSheet Training on the pricing page, you can toggle it on and off. And it's just a toggle switch at the top if you want annual pricing. And I believe that one is going to be $390 for the year. So you save a little bit of money if you go with the annual pricing. So great question. All right. Oh, and then Ken says, yeah, you can explore a lot in the 7 days. That is very true. All right. Which courses come with an app template? All right. So I looked through some of the courses, and the courses that I found that have those app templates, if that's specifically what you're looking for, are going to be AppSheet Essentials, Logic and Expressions, Advanced Logic and Expressions, and Fastlane. So those are some great courses with great resources to help you, tangibly use all of the learning that you're getting from the training and transfer it into your own app builds. So I love the templates. That's one of my biggest things for our trainings is using hands-on examples. So that way you can just build more into your own workflows.
Yeah, Jeremy, I like that you said that. Our courses are going to be case driven. And so they are going to focus on business problems. But what we've tried to do is generalize those problems to be problems that you'd run into no matter the career. So that's been pretty cool. Like everyone gets paid at their job. Everyone has to manage tasks. Everyone has to send certain things to their admin. Like all of that had to be thought of. And so we have built courses and lab experiences for that purpose. And then Austin, I just wanted to plug in that the July and August releases will also have template apps for both of them.
Oh, nice.
That are
That's
different.
awesome.
So
sweet. Yeah. That's really exciting. So yeah, you guys stay tuned and make sure to get subscribed. That way you get access to all these materials that are coming out monthly. So you can do that by clicking the link in the description and also scheduling a call with Kale if you're interested in consulting time with us. Promise you it's going to save you lots of time as you're learning the AppSheet lingo and how to build on this platform that's changing multiple industries. So don't miss out on this great learning experience. So I'm going to move past those few questions and then just want to thank everybody for joining our special event today. This was Austin and DeAnna from AppSheet Training. If you want to check out these videos here, these are other special events that we've done. And then make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below on what you learned today and what you're excited about for this no-code movement. But with that said, thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you guys next time.
Hey, Austin, hold on real quick. Hey, Ken, I would love to have you in my inbox. I would love to catch up about your thoughts on our courses because you've given a lot of feedback today that has been just encouraging. So I'm going to put my email in the chat real quick. If you will grab it and just please, if you'd like to chat for a little bit sometime next week, I'd love to catch up.
Awesome.
So, yeah, sorry. Thank you, Austin.
No
and thank
worries.
you for this event, guys. I hope y'all enjoy this new course.
See ya.